Well, this is awkward because usually when people start something new, like they're supposed to know exactly what they're doing. And I don't, at least not completely. I know where this came from. I know why I'm here. I know why you're here, or at least maybe, you clicked a link and found me, but if I'm being honest, this thing has changed form so many times, I feel like I've accidentally adopted a transformer or something. Strange. First it was a podcast, then it was a book. Actually, it was 5 books, but nobody really knew about that but me and like 3 other people. Then it was a YouTube channel, and then it was music, but there's always been music in the background. Music's kind of in me. Then it was videos, and then it's whatever this is becoming now. But somewhere in the middle of all of that, I realized I'd been asking the wrong question. The question wasn't, how do I write a book? Because I'm being honest, I barely passed high school English. I'm really good with words, but I just don't know how to structure certain things. Ever tried to upload a book that you wrote when you don't really know how to traditionally write? If you ever tried to upload one, you know what I'm talking about. It's sort of nightmarish to format these things. But that wasn't the question. The question was, how do I leave something behind that matters? Because one day, every parent has that realization, the same one. One day your children, they're not going to need you to tie their shoes anymore. One day, they won't need you to teach them how to ride a bike. One day they're not going to call and ask you, where the ketchup is in the refrigerator, although let's be honest, they'll probably still do that. But eventually, all you're really left with is what you taught them. Not what you told them, what you taught them. Big difference. So I started writing, and writing, and writing, and writing. Like a man who had just discovered coffee for the first time and unresolved childhood questions at the same time. It was crazy. And before I knew it, I had hundreds of pages, then more, and more, and more. And one day I sat back and I looked at this giant pile of words, and I just had this realization. My kids are not going to read 600 pages. They're just not. I love them. They love me, and I know that. But they're not doing it. I don't even want to read 600 pages I wrote, and I did read it. I wrote it. But they'll click a link. They'll watch a video. They'll listen while driving. They'll put something on in the background. And then suddenly, it hit me. Maybe the message didn't need a publisher. Maybe it just needed a microphone. Because the truth is, this isn't really a book. Not anymore, anyway. And if I'm being honest, it isn't really a podcast. Not anymore. It's a conversation. About life. About healing. About relationships. About fear. About truth. Just about that strange experience of being human. And somehow pretending that we all know what we're doing. Which is hilarious, by the way, when you think about it, because none of us know what we're doing. We're all basically just walking around acting like we got the instruction manual, and then life shows up and says, oh, good. Let's see page 437. There's no page 437. We're winging it. Some people are winging it in a suit, some in yoga pants, some with 3 degrees, some with none, but we're just all winging it. And I swear the older I get, the more comforting I find that. Because it means we're allowed to learn. We're allowed to grow. We're allowed to change our minds. You know, like, we're allowed to get things wrong. We're allowed to become different people than we used to be. So if you're looking for certainty, I probably can't help you. You know, if you're looking for perfection, definitely can't help with that. You know, if you're looking for somebody who's made exactly, like every mistake exactly one time, I am also not your guy, all right? Because some of my stuff required follow-up attempts. I'm just being honest. But if you're looking for an honest conversation, if you're looking for someone willing to just laugh at himself, if you're looking for somebody trying to make sense of life the same way you are, pull up a chair. Pull up a chair, sit down, because that's what this is. It's not a sermon. I tried preaching, they wouldn't let me. I was divorced, some kind of weird rule. It's not a lecture. I've already lectured people plenty in the military. It's not a system. I'm not real fond of them, and it's not a movement. Most of those bad things happen to them, so it's not that. It's a conversation. Just a conversation, you know, one chapter at a time, one story at a time, one lesson at a time, one laugh at a time, and hopefully one truth at a time, collectively, right? And maybe years from now, my children will find these. Maybe yours too. Maybe somebody who's struggling tonight will. Maybe somebody who's healing will. Maybe somebody who's lost will. I don't know. Maybe somebody who's finally finding themselves again will. And if that happens, then all these words were worth it. So, welcome to the conversation, and I think I'm gonna go spend 20 minutes looking for my phone while it's still in my hand. Love you guys, and I'll catch you next time.